So Saint Paisios, a very popular Eastern Orthodox saint, actually performed a miracle where he saved somebody from actually going blind with their vision. So this is the testimony of Mr. Nicholas Inarius, a resident of the city of Paphos in Cyprus. I am a plumber. One day in July 1997, after finishing work, I was loading the tools in my car. It was getting dark, and it was hard for me to see a drawing line made of a piece of wire stretched next to my vehicle whose sharp end was sticking out. It was bent like a hook, about 2 centimeters long. As I was bending over to load my tools in the car, this hook became stuck right in my eye. I froze in place like a hooked fish. With all my might, I screamed for help. The house owner saw me and said he was going to pull out the wire. I refused, fearing that through lack of experience, he would make me blind. I asked him to bring me wire cutters so that I could cut off the wire and go to the emergency room. While he was looking for wire cutters, I cried because I felt sorry for my 3 children whose father, as I was sure, was about to become blind. At that moment, a thin man dressed in a black cassock appeared in front of me. When I saw him, I crossed myself. I started to have chills. I could feel his hand taking me below the cheek and push my head up. At the same instant, the wire came out of my eye. When the owner brought the wire cutters, there was no more need for them. He took me to the emergency room. The doctors examined me and did not believe my story. There was a cut mark right on the pupil. They gave me an ointment and told me to wear a bandage for 3 or 4 days. On the following day, I went to the store. On the wall, I saw a photograph of the man who appeared to me. I asked the shop owner who it was. She told me it was a very famous monk whose name was Paisios. I wanted to buy that photo from her by any means because it was priceless to me. However, the photo was just as dear to her, and she gave me a book about Elder Paisios instead. I read that book in a day. Today, I treasure it as a sacred relic. So what a beautiful story where Saint Paisios interceded for somebody who was about to go blind, who had children, who was a hard worker, and prevented them from going blind, and the doctors could not explain why. May Saint Paisios intercede for us, and all the angels intercede for us as well. God bless.